The Agganis Foundation, named for the legendary athlete from Lynn Classical, Boston University, and the Boston Red Sox, was founded in 1955, shortly after Harry Agganis died from pulmonary embolism at the age of 26. The mission of the foundation is simple: to provide college scholarships to deserving student athletes. The Agganis Foundation was started by the Boston Red Sox, Lynn Item, and Harold O. Zimmern, who was the mentor of Agganis. Elmo Benedetto, then the athletic director for the Lynn Public Schools, came on board shortly thereafter, and the first Agganis All-Star Football Classic was played in 1956. Since its inception, the Agganis Foundation has awarded almost $1.5 million to 845 student athletes from throughout eastern Massachusetts. Each year, 15 new 4-year, $4,000 scholarships are presented. Thanks to the generosity of the Aki Foundation, there are 4 scholarships earmarked to students in Boston schools each year. The Agganis All-Star Classics, a series of high school all-star games in softball, baseball, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, and football, are played annually. The Agganis Foundation is run by
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Game 9 and the last game of Agganis week. South kicked off to the North. North has it at their own 23-yard line. We've gone through 8 games. And now the granddaddy. This is the 62nd Agganis All-Star game. It started in 1956. They dropped the ball in the backfield. They're going to lose yardage. Bernardo Bennis of Marblehead. Back to the 19.
Loss of 4, second down.
So 4-yard loss makes it second down and 14. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Full house backfield. Hit in the backfield and dropped.
Ball carried by Gabe Santos. Tackled by number 73, Joshua Lewis.
Santos, I think, was the ball carrier. It's hard. The sun is shining so bright, it's hard to pick anybody up.
Loss of 3, third down.
He lost back to the 16-yard line. So it brings up a 3rd and 17. And they'd love to shut him down here and force him to punt. South will get pretty good field position. The handoff, trying to sweep, gets around the corner, gets across the 25.
Number 44, Josh Quackey.
Joshua Quackey with the carry. And it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Gain of 11, fourth down.
Out to the 27. He picked up 11, but he needed 17. So South gets it done defensively, and North will have to kick it away. Callian Davis of Swamp Squad is back deep. And let it go. And North will down it at the 33 of the South.
South will begin 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
So from the 33, South will get it for the first time.
Starting at quarterback for the South, from Malden Catholic, number 5, George Rogers.
George Rogers of Malden Catholic is the quarterback. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. The handoff, running it straight up the middle.
Ball carried by number 19, Jeff Quigley.
Jeff Quigley of St. John's Prep gets it to the 37.
Gain of 4, second down.
So a 4-yard gain makes it 2nd and 6. 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side this time. Full house backfield with Rogers. Last person to get the handoff turns the corner. Gonna be shy, I think, of the first down.
Number 24,
Mateus Fernandez of Somerville.
carrier. Gain of 6, good for a first down.
He got it to the 43. They gave him 6. They gave him the first down. Just got to the 43 is where he had to get to. Now they double the wideouts to either side. So the first down is picked up by the South. Rogers keeps. And he's going to lose a yard or 2.
Rogers tackled in the backfield.
I don't know if he was supposed to run. He got shut down. He looked, maybe he was trying to throw it. They put it at the 42. He lost a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Three wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looking to throw. This should throw long and deep. He's going to be in there. In and out of the hands. Can't believe he didn't make the catch.
Number 17, Lynn.
Limber Thomas of Lynn English.
Third down.
He was wide open. Perfect throw by Rogers, and it's just off the fingertips. Couldn't pull it in. That was 6 if he completed the catch. So it's going to be 3rd and 11. Perfect throw by Rogers of Malden Catholic. Again, double the wideouts to either side. Motion coming to the near side. Now they have 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. The handoff, trying to run straight ahead, battling for extra yardage.
Quigley on the carry.
Quigley from St. John's Prep. Gets it to the 48.
Fourth down.
He picked up 6. It's going to be 4th and 5. Looks like they're leaving Rogers in. They need 5. Two wideouts to either side. And that's going to be a first down because North jumped offside.
Flag on the play. Offside defense.
They drew North offside.
5-yard penalty. Is good enough for a first down.
To the North 47. So they get their second first down. This one coming by way of penalty. So they didn't have to pick up the 5 yards. The North graciously gave it to him, jumping offside. They anticipated the count, and he didn't get it right. So it's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of the North. coming to the near side with a couple of blockers. Nice run by Fernandez of Somerville. They give him the 38, so he picked up 9. Second down and a yard. You like these kind of downs so you can run it, throw it. 2 wide outs to the far side, 1 to the near side. They fill the backfield with Rogers. The quick out, caught, couple of side steps, makes the first down. Carney from the Shoulder Tech gets the first completion to the 36. They needed 1, they got 2. They pick up their 3rd first down on the drive. And they have it at the North 36, 1st and 10. They run it to the far side. That looked like Carterton from the Shoulder Tech.
Ball carried by number 7, Colby Carterton.
They put it at the 33. He picked up 3.
Gain of 3, second down.
2nd and 7. 2 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looking to throw. Now he's going to try and run with it. If he gets back to the line of scrimmage, he's lucky. I think he lost a yard.
Rogers on the keeper. Gain of 1.
They put it at the 34. Actually, put it back at the 33. No gain on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. They cut it up inside. They get inside the 30.
On the carry. Taken down by number 57, Max Nastari. Gain of 4. 4th down.
That was Fernandez from Somerville. Got to the 29. He picked up 4. So another 4th down. They need 3. Last time they had 4th down, they were going to go for it. They drew the North offside, got the first down. They need 3 yards. As we're winding down this first period. North has had it once, went 4 and out. Actually 3 and out with the punt. Looking to throw, quick throw, caught. They're going to give him, they give him the 26, and it's a first down. Marino from Swampscott with the catch. He was right at the first down marker. They needed 3, they got 3. They pick up their 4th first down. And we're in the final minute of this first period. Cutting it to the outside, turn the corner, looking for a little bit of breathing room. They run for the first down. That's Carterton from the Shoulder Tech, but I think it's coming back. Holding against the South. That was one of their best runs, and it's taken away. Clock stops with 2 ticks under 30 seconds left in this first period.
Ten yards from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
They put it back to the 32, so it winds up to be a 6-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So you give him 4 yards on the play. And then mark it back 6 from there. They run straight ahead into the teeth of the defense.
Ball carried by Torres.
Fernandez from Somerville gets the call, and that will be the last play of the period. Wait and see where they put the football.
The field for a special presentation by the Agganis Foundation.
Down on the sideline, they're going to make a presentation. Right about the 30-yard line.
Each year, the foundation awards the David C. Winder Media Award. David was a promising sports writer to Daily Evening Item when he was stricken with a heart attack while covering a football game at Manning Bowl on October 24th, 1992, and died at the age of 24. Winder, who grew up on Long Island, came to the Item while a student at Boston University and worked there for 5 years. His goal was to one day cover his beloved New York Yankees, and his potential was limitless.
The David Widener Media Award is being presented now.
Ongoing outstanding coverage and support of youth and amateur sports in general, and the Agganis All-Star Games in particular. This year's recipient is Lukala Kabongo.
Kala Kabongo at midfield being presented with the Widener Award. I was sitting with Widener in the press box many years ago when he collapsed. They took him to the hospital, and then we found out he passed away. And it had an award for him every year. I was blessed to receive the Widener Award way back in 2002.
He formerly served as TV production teacher at Lynn, news director and associate producer of Lynn Community Television.
Kabongo does a lot of high school sports. He served as production teacher at Lynn English, Lynn Community Television. He works there.
Once again, your David C. Winder Media Award winner, Lukala Kabongo.
But Kabongo draws a lot,
John Metcalf.
along with a lot of great people. So we're going to start the second period with the ball at the 31-yard line. Third down. They need to get to the 16, so they need 15 yards. They can't get outside. They gained a couple of yards.
Stopped by a bunch of North defenders.
Quigley with the carry.
Gain of 3. Third down.
They put it at the 28. So he gained 3. Another fourth down on this drive. They converted one with a penalty. One they just barely got it with a pass. Let's see what they do here. Looking to throw. In trouble, still looking to throw. Finally lets it go. Had the man, had a first down, and he couldn't hold on.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 17, Limbert Thomas.
Thomas was the receiver. Rogers was scrambling all over the place. I thought that was fourth down. I'm sorry, this is fourth down. I forgot the penalty. looking to throw. Quick, they pitch it. And they're going to get the first down. Still going. He stepped out of bounds.
Ladders the ball quickly. Lee carries the ball to the 12-yard line. First down.
So they threw the pass, pitched it, broke a couple of tackles, and they got to the 13-yard line. 15 yards and a first down. They complete another fourth down. They've held on to the football for quite a while. Coming to the near side with blockers, cuts it up inside, staying on his feet, looking for the end zone. He's in.
Ball carried by number 24. David Torres for a touchdown. 13 yards.
Fernandez runs it in. "13 yards and another first down." That was on first down. And now I have to correct myself. I'm looking at the original roster. Number 24 is Jaden Torres from Triton. I apologize to Jaden. I was looking at the original one.
Kick is good by number 82, Jake Convoy. Making the score sound 7-0.
The kick is good. Make it 7-0.
Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, our concession stand is open below the press box side of press box bleachers, serving hot Boston pizza, cold drinks, and selling programs.
"17 plays, 67 yards. Five first downs, 4 of them converted on fourth down. South will kick it off again. It goes out of bounds. And I guess they're going to take it. They could have the South kick it again. I'm waiting to see where they're going to put the ball. They're putting it at the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds. North will begin first and 10 from the 30-yard line.
So at the 30 is where they'll put it in play. So I apologize. It's Jaden Torres from Triton. I had the original roster and they changed numbers. Quick throw.
Repulsed pass. Complete to number 43, Dorland Morrell.
Picking up 5.
Down.
Dorland Morrell with the catch. Second and 5. Double wideouts to either side. kept. Getting outside, staying on his feet. They get their first down.
Tyler Rappold on the keeper.
Tyler Rappold.
Bumped out of bounds.
Kept it.
Gain of 13 is good for a first down.
He's from Peabody. Out to the 48. Picked up 13. At a first down. First down of the game comes with just under 6 minutes left in the half, with the South leading 7-0. Looking to throw. Overshot the runway. Way too high. Second and 10. Tyler Rappold is listed as a wide receiver defensive back, and he's the quarterback.
Pass is incomplete, second down.
Coming to the near side.
Santos the ball carrier. Gain of 1. Third down.
Jaden Santos of Beverly picked up a yard. So 3rd and 9 for the North. Jeff Hutton of Beverly coaching the North. Danny Kelly of Neshoba Tech coaching the South. Two wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Looking, has time, he's going to take off and run with it. He's going to get a first down and a lot more. It opened up, he took advantage.
Taking down by number 37, Gage Tripp.
So they're into South territory for the first time at the 37-yard line.
14, first down.
14 yards and a first down. Three wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. North trying to get even after the South scored. Rolling again, looking, in trouble. Finally lets it go, it's caught for a first down.
Rappold's pass complete to number 9, Steve Santos.
Santos with the catch.
For a first down.
Down to the 26. They needed the 27. They got 11. Back-to-back first downs. Tough assignment for these young men. It is really warm out, and it's got to be even hotter down on that turf field with all that equipment on. Not an easy job. They're making it look easy, but stepping up, getting hit.
Santos on the carry. Knocked down by number 3, Edwin Castro.
Edwin Castro of St. John's Prep. He's actually from Lynn. He played at Lynn English before transferring. They picked up 2. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. During the timeout, 1956 was the first football game. From 59 to 64, there was a state moratorium. They couldn't play. They came back 1969. They played at BU. It was north and south, and then all of a sudden it became east and west, 1981 to 1997. 1983, they played in Wakefield. They came back to Manning in 1986. They played in Salem for 2005 to 2007. The North leads 26 to 19 in this long series. The East leads the West 8 to 7. The most important numbers, the Agganis committee has given $2,600,000, 1,074 scholarships. The Yawkey Foundation for the Red Sox has given out $600,000 in scholarships. It started out, you got $1,000 for the 4 years you were in school. Now, the scholarships, who we'll mention later, are getting $2,000 a year while they're in school. So a great job. Elmo Benedetto was the guy, along with Harold Zimmerman, that got this going. Benedetto was the AD of all the public schools, and he was of the mind that there's a college for everybody, regardless of where it is. Picking off and running, lost the ball.
Repole on the carry. Fumble recovered by the North. Timeout South.
Rapal from Peabody.
3 on the play. Third down.
They lost back to the 27-yard line. So they lost 3. And it's going to be 3rd and 11. Just over 3 minutes left. The Difference Award being given out. Attorney Charles DeMarcus Heritage Award. Elmo Benedetto Athletic Award. David Wyden, we mentioned, award. Harold Zimmerman, the Foundation Award. We mentioned Benedetto and Zimmerman getting this thing going. And then the Paul Cavanaugh Community Award. Paul was an FBI agent. He was a great athlete at Lynn English. And he gave an awful lot to the young people in Lynn, to the community. His family has been an outstanding family in the city. He was killed tragically in a plane crash. In trouble. Jumped it up wide open. Dancing around.
Completing to number 80. Liam Timpone for a touchdown.
Wide open. Liam Timpone from Beverly gets the pass from Rapal from Peabody. He looked like he was in trouble. Running to the right, looked like he was going to get caught for a loss. At the last second, he threw it downfield to Timpone of Beverly, who was wide open, and just walked in the end zone. And now the North is going to go for 2. And they're not going to get there.
2-point conversion, rush is no good.
Bernardo Bennis
Score, South
of Marblehead.
North 6.
So they go 70 yards. In 9 plays. The big one, the 27-yard pass play. Rapal ran for 13, he ran for 14. Threw for 11 and threw for 27. He was the big to-do on the drive. And now for the first time, North will be kicking it off.
Deep to receive the kick for the South. Number 7, Henry Beitler. And number 45, Keelan Davis.
So 27 yards rushing on the play.
Kicking off.
Most of them picked up, almost all of them are appalled. Kick is away at the 15-yard line. Looking for a spot.
Kick return by number 17, Lynn Thomas.
Lynn Thomas from Lynn English. Got it back close to the 35-yard line. He knocked him out of bounds at the 34, I think.
South will begin 1st and 10 from its 33.
And he marked it at the 33. So 1st and 10 from there. 3:09 left in this first half. 7 to 6.
In a quarterback for the South. From Lynn English, number 33, Jaden Rosario.
Jaden Rosario from Lynn English is in at quarterback. The quick out, caught. And they're going to squeeze it.
Number 19, Jeff Quigley.
Quigley with the catch. They squeeze out a couple.
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
They picked up 3. Double wideouts to either side. The quick out.
Rosario's pass. Hit for number 38, Anthony is incomplete. Broken up by number 53, Anthony Silva.
Pass incomplete.
3rd down.
And number 53, Richie, I thought it was Anthony Silva broke up the play. So 3rd and 7. Three wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. They run straight ahead, close to the 40-yard line.
On the carry. Tackled by Silva. Gain of 3. 4th down. Timeout North.
North took the timeout. I think that was Quigley with the carry. Again, the sun is so bright. And it's right in the eyes of the press box and the fans on this side. He picked up 3. So it's going to be 4th down and 4 with just over 2 minutes left in this first half. South holding on to a skinny 1-point lead. While I've got it, the locals playing. Tyler Guy from St. Mary's, Lynn Thomas from Lynn English, Deval Pamplin from St. Mary's, Jaden Rosario from English, Darion Phipps from Lynn Tech. Richie Avery is from Malden Catholic, but he's local because he's Rich Avery's son, who was the keeper of the keys here at Manning and Fraser. Joshua Lewis from Tech and Eli Ramirez from Tech are the locals playing for the South. They're going for it on 4th and 4. The quick out, caught. Nice catch, nice move. Down to about the 40-yard line.
And number 11, Chase Carney. Gain of 21.
Chase Carney from the shoulder tech looked like he was going to break to the outside. Just came to a complete stop. Rosario hit him right on the money. 21 yards in a first down. Nice run afterwards by Carney. And now the South is going to pick up a penalty.
On the play. Ball start. Offense.
So we even the penalties off, although the first penalty against the North cost him dearly. So 1st and 15. That was a perfect pass from Rosario, right on the number 11, and Condi did the rest, breaking a couple of tackles, picking up 21 yards. They go deep, just off the fingertips, just a little bit long for Carney.
Carney is incomplete.
Almost a perfect pass. He had beat the defense, he threw it, and he stretched as far as he could. Might have touched the fingertips. Just a little long. Out to the sideline. They're going to pick
Complete to Quigley.
couple Quigley with the catch.
57, Max Desari.
.42, that's 2 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage. They picked up 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 12. As we're winding down into the final minute. Caught again. Nice job.
Rosario's pass complete number 38, Liam Keeney.
Liam Keeney of Swampscott makes the catch.
Gain of 16. First down.
Down to the 26. They picked up 16 and a first down. Final seconds. He went out of bounds to stop the clock. Still running with the football, breaking a couple of tackles. Still running. Still on his feet down to the 5-yard line.
Gain of 21. First and goal, South.
That was Limbert Thomas. Getting down to the 5. I was correct with the school, English. I was wrong with the Cali. It was Rosario, the quarterback, keeping. Actually got flushed out of the pocket, but he did a great job getting away from traffic and getting away from a couple of, looked like he was going down 2 or 3 times. He gets it to the 5-yard line. They still have timeouts left, so there's 27 seconds, so that's enough time. Not to mention they have a kicker who kicked the extra point. This should be huge. South gets the ball to start the second half. Rosario with the keep, turns the corner and walks in.
The keeper for a 5-yard touchdown.
Another 67-yard drive. This one only took 9 plays. Walking in, Rosario, that committee did a great job. Completed 5 passes. Ran for 26. The last 26, 21 for a first down, 5 for the touchdown. Now they're going for 2. They hand it off. Yeah, they're not going to get there. They stopped Torres short.
Keeping the score, South 13, North 6.
So they have enough time just to basically kick off. South is going over 100 yards. $84 rushing, 60 passing. So they get their lead back.
Number 9, James Santos.
They led 7-0.
41, Bernardo.
North cut it to 7-6.
Kicking off for the South.
Now they go another 67-yard drive, and they get the lead back. There's 7 points back on the scoreboard. As I mentioned, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So the momentum once again going in South's favor. The line drive bouncing around. Picked up at the 15-yard line.
Kick returned by Santos.
Santos with the return.
Tackled by number 35, Darian Phipps.
Darian Phipps from Lynn Tech made the tackle.
10 from his 32.
At the North 32. Time for one play. And we'll end a very competitive first half. South scoring on both of their possessions. North going 1 out of 2. Looking to throw, looking for time. Going to get hit and dropped at about the 23. They lost 9 on the play, and that'll do it. So South scored first, 67 yards in 17 plays. It was Torres going in 13 yards. The kick was good. It was 7-0. North came back and went 70 yards in 9 plays. And it was Tyler Rapald from Peabody hitting Liam Timpone from Beverly for 27 yards. The rush was no good. It was 7-6. The South came right back, went 63 yards in 9 plays, led by Lynn English. Jaden Rosario, who's wearing Harry Agganis' number 33. He went 21 to pick up a first down. Then he went 5 as the half was winding down to make it 13-6. They got their 7-point lead back, and that's where we are after the end of the first half of the 62nd, the granddaddy of Agganis All-Star Week. The South leading the North 13-6 at halftime.
The Agganis Foundation, named for the legendary athlete from Lynn Classical, Boston University, and the Boston Red Sox, was founded in 1955, shortly after Harry Agganis died from pulmonary embolism at the age of 26. The mission of the foundation is simple: to provide college scholarships to deserving student athletes. The Agganis Foundation was started by the Boston Red Sox, Lynn Item, and Harold O. Zimmern, who was the mentor of Agganis. Elmo Benedetto, then the athletic director for the Lynn Public Schools, came on board shortly thereafter, and the first Agganis All-Star Football Classic was played in 1956. Since its inception, the Agganis Foundation has awarded almost $1.5 million to 845 student athletes from throughout eastern Massachusetts. Each year, 15 new 4-year, $4,000 scholarships are presented. Thanks to the generosity of the Aki Foundation, there are 4 scholarships earmarked to students in Boston schools each year. The Agganis All-Star Classics, a series of high school all-star games in softball, baseball, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, and football, are played annually. The Agganis Foundation is run by a board of voluntary trustees, chaired by Thomas C. DeMarcus, a Lynn attorney and son of the late Charles DeMarcus, who was a driving force behind the foundation at its inception. The Scholarship Committee is chaired by Tom Larabino, secretary to the Lynn School Committee, while Paul Holleran of Grant Communications serves as executive director of the Agganis Classics.
South will receive to begin the second half.
Welcome back to Manning Fields. We're set to start the second half of the 62nd All-Star game. We mentioned 1956 was the first year. They played a couple and they were off 59-64 because the state had a moratorium on All-Star games. Now they were going to kick off. Now they switch around, change sides. North had 18 yards rushing, 43 yards passing, 4 first downs. South had 84 rushing, 60 passing, 9 first downs. Maximus Nastari from Lynn Field will kick it off. At the 15-yard line. Coming up the middle, one man to beat, still on his feet. Great return. Nikeelan Davis of Swamp Squad, great return.
Taking first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A 35-yard return. South will have it at midfield. First and 10, leading. 13-6.
Starting the second half at quarterback for the South. From the Neshoba Tech, number 9, Colby Carterton.
They run it straight ahead. Went over a couple of people for a first down. Carterton.
Gain 10, first down.
They put it right at the 40. So 10 yards and a first down. Henry Bootler from Swampscott. They're using running backs. They're not listed as quarterbacks, but they're in a quarterback. To the right side, cutting it to the outside, bumped out of bounds.
Butler on the carry.
Carterton picks up another first down. He's got 23 yards in 2 plays and 2 first downs.
Gain of 8, second down. Correct, gain of 13, first down.
The quick out. Nice little fake.
Carterton's pass complete to number 11, Chase Carney. Tackled by number 33, Crew Monaco. Gain of 4, second down.
Down to the 23-yard line. That play picked up 4. It'll be second down and 6. South on the move again. Started with a nice return by Nikeelan Davis of Swampscott. And we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, South.
Clock was winding down, so they called timeout. '62nd edition, 59 through 64, state moratorium on all-star games, and then they had to take a year off for COVID. But it's been going strong. The Agganis game committee co-directors Paul Howland and Jeff Newhall do an outstanding job. Paul's been on board almost from the beginning. Jeff Newhall jumped on board. I don't know, it was last year or the year before. He was on board being a director a couple of the games, but now he's jumped on being co-director helping. And they were also helped out by game directors Jimmy Foley and Julie Halloran, Paul's wife, along with a lot of people. Una Mullins does an outstanding job as helping out. They got people at the front gate taking tickets. They got people selling tickets. They got people with holding the stakes, the officials.
Loss of 2. Third down.
Prince Xavier of Medford lost a couple. So it'll be 3rd and 8. Two wide outs to the far side, one to the near side. Trying to run it straight ahead. They get inside the 25.
Taken down by number 57, Max Nassari. Gain of 2, 4th down. Correction, gain of 3, 4th and 5.
So it was Quigley with the carry. They put it at the 22. We picked up 3. So we got the 2-yard loss back, picking up a yard. But now it's another big 4th down for the South. They need 5. Caught. Now they're saying no catch. He caught it. Thomas had the catch, and just as he stayed in bounds, and they reached across and knocked it loose.
Martin's pass is incomplete. Flag down on the play.
There's a flag on the play. It's not going to make any difference unless it's against the North, because they're not going to give South another down. North is going to take over.
Flag is against the South. It will be declined.
This will be the first time that they stop
First and 10.
the South, even though they were going back deep again. They go over 100 yards rushing. They're closing in on 200 yards of offense, but they turn it over. So North shuts them down for the first time. They were 2 for 2 in the first half, both 67 yards. So the North will take over at their 22-yard line.
At quarterback for the North from Revere, number 3, Dan Hood.
Hit just about at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carried by number 41, Bernardo Benis.
Bernardo Benis
No gain.
from Marblehead.
Second down.
No gain on the play. Three wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Rolling to the far side, letting it fly.
Whose pass completes to number 93. No. Gain of 7. Third down.
At the 28, they picked up 6. Running for the first down and a lot more. Still battling for yardage. They still can't get him down. Noah Foy was the one that caught that pass earlier.
Gain of 16.
Joshua Quacky. Picked up 17 yards. And a big first down. We're in the third period with the South leading 13-6. North trying to get downfield and take care of that lead. Flag on the play. I think that's motion against South. I think it's going to go against the South. Taking a lot of time and getting knocked down. Danny Who from Revere got knocked down, but I think it's going to be a motion against the South.
Sack is for a loss of 6.
It was a legal procedure against the North, so they refuse it.
Will be second.
So they lost 6. Second and 16. Who from Revere? The quick out. Caught.
Pass completes to Foy. Tackle by number 37, Steve Tripp.
Noah Foy
Gain of 3. Third down.
from Waltham. Picked up 3. They still haven't got back to the line of scrimmage yet. They need 13 here on third down. We're winding down this 2025 Agganis All-Star Week, and it's been outstanding. Games have been great. Rolling, looking, incomplete. Good defense by the South.
Intended for number 33, Kurbanko. It's incomplete.
Yeah, to bring up a fourth down, they'll have to kick it away.
By number 45, Keelan Davis. Fourth down.
Keelan Davis was the man that broke it up.
Noah Foy deep in punt formation. Returning the punt, number 14, Tyler Guy.
Tyler Guy from St. Mary's had an outstanding career, both offensively and defensively. He was a quarterback for a while. They moved him to wide out, and he did a great job. Kick is away. And they're going to have to let it, it took a wacky bounce, so they're going to let it go. He'll be down around the 18-yard line.
Dave Santos. South looking its first and 10 at its 18.
So South will have it at their 18-yard line, leading by 7 with just over 2 minutes left in this third period. Quick burst off the left side.
It off number 24, Jaden Torres. Gain of 7.
Torres with the carry. Gets to the 25. Picked up 7. Hand off to the second man, trying to get around the corner. Nice run.
Might be the ball carrier. Pushed out of bounds by Tyler Rapold.
Cotterton from the Neshoba Tech.
First down.
Picked up 18. First and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw. Looking for time. In trouble. Still looking. Finally lets it throw incomplete.
Rogers pass.
Good defense by the North, not letting anybody get loose. I believe it's Rogers now. Not Aaron Rodgers, George Rogers from Malden Catholic. Cotterton, doing all that running, is a quarterback from the Neshoba Tech. He's become a running back.
Torres on the carry.
Torres gets near
Number 39.
right around the midfield.
Salmeron. And number 81, Jason Pierre.
Picked up 7.
Gain of 7. Third down.
Nice catch, cutting in the middle. Looking to get the outside. He gave away some yardage. He's still going. They didn't get him down. Outstanding effort by Tyler Guy. He kept backing up.
First down.
17 yards in the first down. He kept backing up. I said he's losing yardage. They had him. He snuck away at the far side, took it back to the near side.
17.
And I think they're saying that's the end of the period.
That's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. With the score, South 13, East 6.
So the South has gone over 200 yards. What a great play by Tyler Guy from St. Mary's. I just got through talking about when he was back for that punt. What a great job he did for St. Mary's offensively. When they moved him to wideout, he moved like he's been there forever, as you just saw right there. A great play. So we've got 10 minutes of football left. I should mention the winners, the local winners of the scholarships. Georgia Allaire of St. Mary's. Nevi Eth of Lynn Classical. Amanda Hughes of Lynn Classical. Deidre McCarron of St. Mary's. Brooke Maloney of St. Mary's. Shane Newhall of St. Mary's. Along with Richie Avery, local, mentioned, son of Richie Avery from Malden Catholic. Allison Betancourt from Peabody, Madison Botter from Saugus, Sophia Fritz from Salem, Paige Martino from Linfield, Emma Rose from Linfield. Outstanding young men and young women. Getting very prestigious scholarship awards. So from the 33, it'll be 1st and 10. South is looking to maybe put this one away if they can go in and score here. They're up 7. They're at least going to cut time off the clock, shorten the game with 1 period left. Looking to throw, they let it fly. The interference is going to be called against the North. It's a question whether it was in the end zone or coming back and making a 15-yard penalty. It's coming back.
Pass interference on the defense.
I mentioned South went over 200 yards, 140 rushing, 81 passing, 13 first downs. They mark it down to the 18-yard line. And they get close enough for a field goal would be big. It would be 2 scores. But they'd rather go in and score a touchdown. There's the call as they tackled them just outside the end zone. Running straight ahead. Looking for the end zone, is in.
Ball carried by number 7.
Colby Catterton from the Neshoba Tech.
18 yards.
Great run, he kept breaking tackles, carried a couple of people with him. He's rushed for 66 yards. He's the one I said that was listed as a quarterback from the Neshoba Tech. They go for 2. In trouble. Going to keep it, try to get to the corner, and he gets there. Nice job by George Rogers.
Making the score down 21-6.
So that makes it very difficult now for the North, as it's now a 15-point lead. They would have to get 2 touchdowns, and if they want to win the game, 2 two-point conversions. South is going to kick it off again, so South has scored on 3 of their 4 possessions. They start at their 18-yard line. They go 82 yards. Helped out by a big 15-yard penalty. 6 plays it took them.
David Aslino kicking off. Gabe Santos, Josh Quackey needs to receive.
They get it out about the 38.
North begins, 1st and 10.
Kevin Diaz, I think, returned it to the 38. And the clock is now the enemy for the North.
Tyler Rapold.
Rapold is back in at quarterback. From Peabody. They let it fly long and deep. Looked like it got picked off.
Point number 35. Darian Phipps.
Darian Phipps from Lynn Tech picked it off.
And it's 30.
So Lynn Tech, everybody getting in the act. Tyler from St. Mary's. Phipps from Lynn Tech. Rosario from Lynn English. Great play there.
J.D. Rosario in the quarterback.
Rosario was back in at quarterback. They double the wideouts to either side. As I already mentioned, wearing Harry Agganis is number 33. Motion. They give it off. They run straight ahead. And that's Limbert Thomas
Number 17, Limbert Thomas.
from Lynn English. They put it to 39.
Gain of 8. Second down.
This line of scrimmage was the 31. So he picked up 8 on the play. Second and 2. Close to first down yardage. Second and third effort might have got him there.
Quickly on the carry.
Quigley from the prep.
Gain of 3. First down.
Edwin Castro, we mentioned he's from St. John's Prep, but he was a former Lynn English player. So he's from Lynn. So a lot of locals. As we also mentioned Richie Avery from Malta Catholic, but a Lynner. Looking, still looking, dumps it off, and they're going to make some yardage.
Rosario's pass complete to Quigley. Gain of 6. Second down.
They mark it out at the 47. Picked up 5.
Reminder at the conclusion of the game, ladies and gentlemen, we have a presentation of the MVP flags.
Second and 5. Looks like Limbert Thomas is the quarterback. No, Limbert Thomas is in there. Rosario was there. It is Thomas, the quarterback. Again, that sun is blinding, so it is Rosario.
Pass complete by Rosario.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Gain. Third down.
Getting the play from Coach Kelly and assistant coaches on the sideline. Bring it back to the huddle. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Rosario over the middle, caught.
Rosario's pass.
Enough for a first down. Chase Carney from the Shoba Tech.
Gain of 10. First down.
Down to the North 43. 10 yards and a first down. Rosario was passed for 55 yards and run for a touchdown. Three wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Dropped the snap, but gets it back. Over the middle, incomplete.
Rosario's pass intended for Carney, ball's incomplete. Second down.
Clock stops with just over 4 minutes left in the game. And South is going to pick up their 20th win. They'll get a little closer. North will lead. Their lead will be cut to 26-19. And they're looking for, South is looking for 3 in a row. And they're going to get it here tonight. They open up a hole, they got a first down as he falls forward.
Ball carried by quickly. Gain of 10. First down.
Down to the 33, picked up 10.
Back at quarterback, number 9, Colby Kyerton.
Quick out, they're going to throw it again. And they're going to lose yards. They lost the ball.
Number 17, Limber Thomas taking down the backfield.
Are they calling him down?
Loss of 9.
They lost the ball. But they called him down first. Bernardo Benes from Marblehead came away with the football. They put it at the 44. He lost 11. So it's second down and 21. Has under 3 minutes left. Here's the replay. He was down before, and then the ball came loose. Rolling, looking.
Kyerton's pass complete to Thomas.
Limber Thomas with the catch.
Gain of 10.
That's English to English. Getting down to the 33. They picked up 11. They got the 11 that they lost. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Clock stopped because Thomas went out of bounds. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. I'm not sure why the lights are on here at Manning Field. They let it throw long and deep. Great catch for an interception.
Intercepted. Goes thinking 1st and 10 from its 2-yard line.
The pick, he went down at the 2.
Rapol.
They haven't run a lot of plays here in the second half. This will be the 7th play of the second half. They run it out to the 4.
Ball carried by Jaden Santos. Gain of 2, second down.
Final 2 minutes and counting. North not going to be able to pull this one out of the bag. South got that last drive at the end of the half after North had some momentum. They finally got in the end zone, cut the lead to 7-6. They missed the conversion, but they couldn't stop the South. South went down and scored with seconds left. That was a backbreaker. Gave them the 7-point lead back, and then South went right in and scored again. And they're not going very far now. It looks like, almost look like, if you were here now and saw the score, you'd say North must be ahead. They're running the clock out because they're just running it straight ahead. They got
Gain of 2.
They got to the 6. North only has 80 yards in the game. 4 first downs. They pile them up again.
Gain of 1. Fourth down.
The clock is going to run out. Right now, the North has 34 yards rushing, 52 yards passing, and 4 first downs. They've run 9 plays in the second half, 10 if you count the interception. The clock reads 0, and he just got to, not going to get caught for a touchback. They knock him out of bounds at the 30. So give him 23 yards. That put him over 100 yards. 109 yards. 10 plays they ran in the second half. South just dominated. They ran a lot of clock. A big game for Colby Colleton from Neshoba Tech. He had 66 yards and a touchdown.
If we can have each team line up on their respective 40-yard lines after the handshake, we'll have
Rosario passed for 55. Quigley had a big game. Tyler Guy had a big catch. Tyler Guy had a catch for 18 yards.
If I could direct your attention to the midfield area.
And that last drive that ended with the touchdown to put the game away. MVP.
47 yards rushing, 43 yards passing. Number 27 for Peabody, Tyler Rapol.
Tyler Rapol of Peabody. I don't know if I must have known he was going to be a quarterback when he got here.
64 yards rushing, and a touchdown. From Swampscott, number 7, Henry Butler.
I had that. Who's that for Swampscott?
9 and 7 switch numbers on white.
Oh, now they tell us. They did this to us in the girls' soccer game. I didn't realize, nobody told us, they changed numbers. I was talking number 9 when he was in quarterback, Harry Bootler. And I thought number 7 was Colby Colleton from the Neshoba Tech. They changed numbers beforehand. So the MVP was number 7, but he's Henry Bootler from Swampscott. He was the one that ran for 66 yards and a touchdown to lead the South. So the South got out early. They scored the first touchdown. They stopped the North. They went 67 yards in 7 plays. And it was Torres going in for the touchdown, 13 yards. The kick was good. It was 7-0. North came right back. It was Bootler finding, it looked like he was going to get caught. He wound up throwing it deep. He got it to Liam Timpone from Beverly for the touchdown. They missed the extra point. It was 7-6. But then South really hurt them. They scored a late touchdown. They went another 67-yard drive, 9 plays. Rosario to Chase Carney of Neshoba Tech for 21 yards. And then Rosario to Liam Kearney of Swampscott for 16 yards. Then Rosario from English went 21. Then he went 5, scored the touchdown with about 20 seconds left in the first half. They got this 7-point lead back to make it 13-6. They came back. In the second half, they went 66 yards, 82 yards in 6 plays, and it was Henry Bootler going in for 18 yards. He was big on that drive. That made it 21-6. A big interception by Devion Phipps of Lynn Tech with the only play. Looked like the only play in the 4th period. But then a big interception gave the North the game way down deep. They tried to run it out. They finally had their longest run of the night. And it was Rappold from Peabody that went 23 yards with the clock running out, and able to North on that last play to get over 100 yards. But prior to that long run, they only ran 9 plays. They actually ran 10 plays in the second half. 4 plays in the 4th period, 6 plays in the 3rd period. East ate up the clock, ate up the yardage. $168 yards rushing for the South, 107. So they wind up with 275 yards of offense. North winds up with 109. So in the series, North still has the lead, but they lead it 26 now as North picks up their 20th. So it's now 26-20 in the series. And another great Agganis week, tipped off by the granddaddy, the 62nd football game. Another great job done by Paul Howell and Jeff Newell, the co-directors. Paul Howell's been doing this for a long time. And all the volunteers, there are so many. Muna Mullins has been doing this for years. Buzzy Barton did this for a very long time before he passed away. Everybody did it for a very long time. And people holding the stakes on the sideline, people selling tickets, people taking tickets. It was absolutely incredible. So many people helping to make it easy. And the weather was tough, but we got through it. And congratulations to all the fans that showed up as well. So another great, outstanding Agganis week. More scholarships given out. As we mentioned, they've gone over 2,006,1,074 scholarships given out. 2,000 for every year you're in school, the scholarship winners. Congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to all the athletes who participated in the Agganis, all the seniors, wherever they're going, whether it's college, in the service, or just out into the business world. We wish them the best. They've had great careers at their schools, and it was a lot of fun, especially watching all the local people, especially in this game. And we had quite a few, one more time, the locals in this game, and that was Tyler Guy from St. Mary's, Limbert Thomas from English, Tavel Pamplin from St. Mary's, who played in the basketball game, Jalen Rosario, who played very well from English, Dion Phipps, who had a big interception from Tech, Richie Avery, who's a Monmouth Catholic, but he's a Linner, Joshua Lewis from Lynn Tech, Eli Ramirez from Tech. Congratulations to all those young men. It's been fun watching all of you play through all your games. And good luck in the future to everyone. So 21-6, the final score. The South gets back on the win column. They make it 3 in a row in the series. They close the gap to 26-19 in favor of the North. So 21-6, the final score. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.